What's up, everybody? This is our second day of streaming. I'm sorry, third day of streaming. Alright. Hold on just a second. Get situated here. I was in those two positions. Well, I'm still in one. I'm still in Disney. Getting ready to get out of that. Let's do that real quick. $87.50. Alright, so I'm out of that. I got out of Uber earlier. Both made money. Got 165 on those two positions. So I'll type that in later. Let's see, just so I can show you guys. So trades for today, Disney, Uber, sold out. So 166. Alright, let's look to see what we have today. Go through our list. I'm gonna go through my list. Apple. Okay, so the two-day won't close again until Thursday. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go down to a lower time interval for a lineup with the daily. Apple is giving a sell signal. So let's highlight that. Let's see, A, B, and B. Went down nicely. Look at the options. They went up 300%. Nice, but I didn't get a sell signal on that. AMD. Why that didn't change. Alright. Amazon. See, Boeing. This is a fluke right here, though. I don't even like that formation. Again, it's just certain things that I've trained my eye to see, and I'm real selective about certain trades. Sometimes it's valid, and the move was a fluke. Sometimes it's not valid. But based on my experience and my analysis, more often than not, certain trades like this, I won't even trade, even though it's giving me a blue bar. Baidu, nothing. CMG. CMG is Chipotle. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. Chipotle is also one of those stocks that typically have high expensive options contracts. You see right now it's at 1501. Remember, the green checks indicate where my price range is. Refresh that. It gives the price range in between the bid and the ask. This is where people are willing to buy it, and this is where people are willing to sell it. The bid is where people are willing to buy it, and the ask is where people are willing to sell it. So when you look here, my price range for Chipotle, the spreads are crazy. That's because, remember I told you about the volume of contracts. Chipotle's volume of contracts are usually light for some reason. I don't know why, because it's a widely held stock. But I still continue to keep it in my watch list, because when it moves, it moves. So they had a big move on the upside. As you see here at 12 o'clock, it gave a sell signal. And now the daily is saying sell too. So 1500, let's see, that's 50, this is $50 away. 1450. Which will bring me right around here. If I wanted to say 1480, look how much I would pay for the contract, $600. So situations like this, typically you should wait for like a Thursday when the options are a lot cheaper, because the amount of time to expiration is you only have one day. Friday it expires, so the time value built up in the option is gone. So typically on trades, on stocks like Amazon, Chipotle, Tesla, and Google, whose options are expensive, you'll see me do trades within Wednesday and Friday for them. So we'll come back to that. Let's see, Dash. DoorDash is still playing around, but it's gonna pop. Disney, I was in, I'm out of that. Now let's explain that trade. I was in. Click on the option. This is the option I was in. I got in at $97, sold out at $170. Right now it's at $183. I had a sell signal in for $200. But looking at the price action, I just chose to get out of it. Let's see what we can get on another trade. So that's Disney. Let's see, DraftKings. Facebook is giving a sell signal. Remember, Facebook is one of the stocks that I got a weekly sell signal to. So I'm definitely likely to get into a trade on that. It's at 311. I'm looking at the 307.50 contract. Okay, go back to that. Gold, GameStop. Look at the prices on GameStop options. Still a little high, but they have went down tremendously. A couple of weeks ago, these options were in the thousands. So 178. You can get you a $200 option right now for $190. So a big change. That's due to the volatility. It has gotten quiet. So let's look at Google. Google's giving a sell signal. See what the puts look like. Google's at 22.33. 22.33. Again, I'm willing to pay a couple $100 for a Google option. The 2200, that's $320. My area is right around here. Google's in a stage 2 uptrend, so I'll be very cautious, or wait till in the morning to get into it, to get in at a favorable price. Goldman Sachs, Intel. Again, my process, I'll go through my watch list, and then I'll just, towards 4 o'clock, I'll go to my scans. But I like going through each chart individually to see if I may be missing something, or it's just added confirmation. Let's go back to ID, WM, JPM. Yeah, that was a nice move right there. This would have pissed me off though. You see that move? So 1.5% move up a couple dollars. The options went up 100%. You would think it would have went up more, but it just all depends on the market for that day. Let's see, Lyft took a sell off. Microsoft. You guys can't see it, but I'm also looking on my other monitor. Looking at my weekly, seeing if I had a signal on the weekly chart waiting for a lineup. Alright, remember I had the signal yesterday, this signal here on Netflix, and I chose to wait, which wasn't a bad idea on this move here. And I'm getting another sell signal, so I'll be looking to get into that. Let's see. Let me do this real quick. On the Uber trade, I got out at 120. It seems like 1 second. 425, 23. look at that. Something's not right with that. I sold out at 120. But my P&L for those two contracts, remember I was in two contracts, it doesn't seem right. He charged me $425 for commission. I have to do the math on that. Alright. Yeah, I have to look at that. Okay, so what was that? I stopped at Lyft, Microsoft, MU, Netflix. Let's see, right now, Netflix options, put options. Not really showing it here. 440, 346, 546. Looking at that, I'll be looking at that 535. I'll come back to that. NKLA, LA, here. No line up here. It's at $12. Wow. This is a competitor of Tesla, if you could call it that. But it's an electronic car company. I started tracking it because of the volume on the options. You see the volume? So there's a lot of people that speculate in these options. NVIDIA. It's giving me a message about my video resolution. Are you guys having trouble seeing this? If so, let me know, please. Saying my connection is good, but my video resolution may not be good. So let me know on that. It looks good on my end. I did change it, but okay, NVIDIA, Bitcoin, Triple Q is an ETF. It's tied to technology stocks, so it's like an index. So it tracks whatever the NASDAQ is doing. Right, this is the stock that I told you I started following. It tracks Bitcoin. As you can see here, the volume is good. The amount of contracts traded, that's what the volume is. It's in the thousands. That's what you want to see. You want to see the contracts traded in the thousands. Roku. Shopify. Shopify is another one that has expensive contracts relative to the price. $11.59, That's right around here. It's $1,400. This would be considered at the money, or close to the money. And out of the money, which is what I trade. I trade options that are out of the money. Our price range is here. So I have to bet that Shopify will go down $60. Snap made a significant move today. Options didn't really do anything though. 6% move. Sometimes options do this, man. You know, you'll get in advance, but you know, even though it's in what I call a stage 2 uptrend, and on a 6% move, you would at least expect to make 3 times your money. And here is giving 200%, some slightly under. So SNDL, one of those Reddit stocks. I started tracking those mainly just for educational purposes, but then I actually, one week I got a signal on, buy signal on GameStop, SNDL, and BlackBerry, and that was I think I did a previous video on GameStop. Friday, my connection was bad. Something was going on with my brokerage firm, and I was unable to get in on Friday. And I forget what the contract was. It was like $50 on GameStop, and it went up to like 12 grand in a few days. It was crazy. I was sick. But these stocks have quieted down. They quieted down a lot. S&P. I mean, the market right now is in a stage 2 advance. It's trending. So, square. Had a sell signal on this, but didn't take it. What's going on? Look, even though it went down, it traded up before it went down. Look at the options. This is one of those stocks that I would have to get a lineup on the weekly to take it, because it's one of these stocks that does this type of stuff. You know, the volume is there, but, you know, it's one of those stocks that you need to catch it on a real good trend. Tesla. I had to sell signal on Tesla. Options were too expensive. But look, you can see it went up 100%. Twitter. Uber. I was in the 57.50 put. It's at 56.99. This is what I was in. It went up to 168. So, alright, I don't went through the whole watch list. Let's go ahead and look at these trades. Let me change this back. Alright, Apple. $127. It's at 127.55. That's weird. 50 cent away. And look at the one. Something's not right. I need to, 1 second, I need to close it and reopen it. Because I might be having some trouble with the data. Yeah, that just didn't seem right. That price action didn't seem right to me. I'll let it reopen. Okay, let's see. Oh, 50, 127. I know what it is. So I'm gonna have to pull it up on this side over here. I need to fix this. So I'll do that later, but tomorrow it won't look like this, it'll look better. Let's see if I can. So Apple, I'm looking at the 127, 46,000 contracts traded on it. So you can hear me get in that. You'll hear a beep. So I'm in the Apple. Let's see what else. FB. Let's see, Facebook. Facebook is at 312. So I'll be looking at the 307.50. Let's go to that Google. Google. I'll be looking at the 2180. Q. Netflix. I'm just looking to see what contract I'm gonna buy on this Google trade. Let's see, let's get into Facebook real quick. Facebook, I'm getting in the 307.50. So I'm in that. Google. Oh, I see what's going on here. Let me try 150. Okay. So I'm in 3 trades. Let me show you. I'm in Apple. I'm in the 127 strike. 2 contracts. I'm in FB, Facebook. 1 contract. 307.50. And I'm in the Google 2180. Got in at 150. So let me update real quick. So I'm in those 3 trades. Second. You can right hear that closing bell, that ding. Maybe 150. So on the Apple trade, I'm in 2 contracts. Facebook. Google. This is me just updating my spreadsheet. So in these 3 trades, let me put what I got at risk for tomorrow. This is all part of my process. So I'm risking $377 on these 3 trades here. This is the Google option. I need to fix that other page that I was looking at the options on. I don't know why I just didn't. I had the wrong page up. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. So I'm in Apple, Facebook, Google. Didn't take the NKLA trade because the 4-hour chart didn't line up with it. You see that? I have no blue bars over here, and I have no formation to line up with this. So I didn't take that trade. And then the QQQ, I could still get into that because it trades up to 415. But being that I'm in Apple, Facebook, and Google, that's the tech play. I really don't need to get in QQQ because I'm in 3 tech companies already. This is just added confirmation that a sell may happen, may not. I may lose on the trade, but that's what it's about. Even as S&P 500 is giving the same. Not really no confirmation on the 4-hour. So it may play around a little bit tomorrow. It may go up against me. before it goes down, or it may just continue to go up. But we'll see what happens. Twitter. Shopify. Roku. So we'll see what happens on these 3 trades. So again, for the 2 trades that I did on yesterday, I'm out of those. A slight profit. Disney. I was in the 187.50. It went as low as 186.94, so it went below my strike price. And that option that I was in, let's see where it closed at. It closed at 163. I got out at 170. You see this red dot here? That's where I got out at. So I got out at close to the high. The high was 183 and I got out at 170. Got in at $97 if you guys remember. And Uber, I was in the 50, let me forget these strikes. I was in the 57.50 strike. Yeah. And this one I really got up to, so, because it did hit high. I had a sell signal on it. I should have kept it at around 150. It had a high of 168. And I was in 2 contracts on that, so sold 2. So tomorrow, Apple went up even more. I should have waited close to the close. I'm in the 127 put. This is one of the reasons why I always wait, close to the close. But I got in at $58 per contract here. You can see here 2 contracts. Yeah. What? So, in Facebook, I might have a weekly sell signal on that, so this is actually lining up with what the weekly gave. I had a feeling it would go back up, and it did. It's giving a sell signal today, so. And then Google, I'm in the 2180 strike. So, what are we talking about? The thing with Google, if it goes towards, like tomorrow, let's say Google goes down towards the 2200, this contract may hit 1,000, depending on the momentum of the move. Google options move like that. I'm here. You can see the 2240 or the 2230 is at 1,000 now. See that? The 2230 strike. It's at $1,000 now. And Google is at 2238. So you're talking about $8 out of the money. $8 from this strike. And these contracts are at $1,000. The 2200 is at 285, and the 180, the 2180 is at 150. So we'll see what happens on that. It's still giving me a message that my video resolution isn't good. So have to look at that. But I'll end this live stream and get up with you guys tomorrow. Yeah, have a good one. Peace.